imagine that we are all very familiar with this neighborhood and these starter homes in The Sims 4. When I'm playtesting stuff or looking at new items, I make a sim, put them in one of these houses, and then just go. So I have played in them a lot. And here's the thing, they're kind of boring. Maybe that's because I've used them so much, maybe it's because they look a little bit boring, but they're not exactly the nicest homes in the game, obviously. And not because they're starters, and not because they're base game, they're just kind of dark, there's not really a lot of style going on, they're all kind of lacking. And so I was thinking today we could try and update what I'm calling this boring base game starter home. I love this style of house. I think this lot in particular kind of has potential. It's 2 bedrooms. I love the little bay window they've got going on. There's not really a lot of yard though, like there's nothing going on in the side yard and there is no backyard. And I'm serious, the most annoying thing about this to me is how dark it is. This is a problem across all of the builds that EA makes, but they keep using wall lights and lamps. I understand this kind of thing happens in real life. Like this bathroom in real life would probably have a sconce like above the mirror and that would be it. But in real life, it wouldn't be so dark. Like you actually can't see in this bathroom. This bedroom especially is terrible. Only having that one lamp sucks. And I guess maybe they're going for that on purpose because it's a starter home. A lot of times in real life, houses and apartments don't have ceiling lights, but I hate that in real life too. So why would I want that in The Sims? You just can't see. When he stands in here, you actually can't see him. I mean, you can, but I'm being really dramatic. It's not gonna be nice for screenshots though. It's dark in here. That is really and truly my biggest pet peeve about any EA build. Why did they not put a ceiling light in that room? It makes no sense to me. It's 75 simoleons. You could use the same bad one that you put in the other rooms. Just put it in all of them. Anyway, I'm sorry. I need to calm down. So I moved a sim in here because I wanted to make sure we kept the house at a reasonable budget. We've got like 6,700 simoleons left, but I don't want to spend all of that. I might actually cheat his money down. I think I'm gonna give myself like 4,000 bucks to try and fix this house. I feel like we can make do with that. And I guess with that being said, we should try and start. Now, I might try and follow EA's restrictions a little bit here. And by that, I mean, I don't think I'm gonna use the move objects cheat. Oh my God. I never noticed that these windows were on the same height. Oh, that makes me so unbelievably upset. You have no idea. Why are they in different places? Everything about the houses that they build is so genuinely upsetting to me. I could sit here and whine about EA builds all day. Trust me, I've done a lot of it on this channel. I'm sure you probably knew. All right, I'm gonna start by making the walls shorter though. I don't love the medium wall height. I guess I should say it's not the medium wall height that I don't like. It's the medium wall height in small houses and in budget houses, because you have these like enormous walls and doors and windows that don't really fit, and also nothing on the walls. Like there's no art or anything, so it's just these big expansive wall spaces and nothing on them. I prefer to use the short wall height for houses like this. All right, I'm also gonna get rid of the lights that they've got put in here because I do not vibe with those at all. We lost a little bit of money selling them because I've got a sim living here, so the house is depreciating in value, which might actually be okay. Obviously it's not ideal, but we are trying to keep this place cheap, so it's not the worst thing in the world. Okay, I am gonna put an actual door into this bedroom. It's always kind of bugged me how it didn't have one. And I'm also gonna make this flooring be the same direction because that has always made me so upset as well. Are you sensing a theme here? It's that this build makes me upset. I feel like the other 2 houses in this neighborhood are way cuter than this one. They just have more style, you know, like with the pretty green vibes. This one's kind of blue, and then this one just has like the default roof color and then brown window trim. You know what? I might try and make this whole place pink. Even if we didn't do like pink, I think we could definitely make it prettier. For some reason, I kind of love that brown trim with this roof, so maybe I will keep that. I'm also gonna switch the door out. I kind of want to use a bigger one. It's always bugged me how these doors are a little bit short. I kind of want it to be up to like this height, you know? That's why I like this door so much. It's just a little bit more substantial. Oh, I'm sorry. This video is turning into like a complete complaining session. I didn't intend for that. Okay, one other thing. I think this stair, oh, never mind. I thought the stairs might have had an underside. Now it's gonna delete it to save money, but they don't have an underside, so good work, Sims team, I guess. That is actually a pro tip though with stairs. If you're trying to save money, when you put stairs, you see how it has this like whole under part of the wall? The stairs just cost me 692 simoleons, but if you delete that, I got 612 back. So especially in a place like this where you can't even see the underside of it, there's no point in paying for it. Delete that. You know what? This bedroom is enormous. I might make it smaller. I'm also gonna delete the terrain paint so I can fix it, but I don't think it would hurt to have the house be a little tiny bit smaller, and it would definitely save us money. So I think I might do that. Still won't get a backyard though. There's definitely not enough space. Maybe I could try and scoot it over to have a little bit of a side yard. The fence may be a little bit of a stretch, but wouldn't it be so nice if we had a little yard? The house looks so odd. There's just something about the roof line that is bothering me. I don't know what it is. Maybe I need it to have like some trim or something. Would that help? Like a little bit of a line? You know what? I think I like that better. Okay, we definitely cannot afford to buy a fence gate, so I might just open it. I know that's weird, but I might just leave it open. Also, these windows are a different color than the door, and I'm gonna ignore it. I know that might upset you, and for that, I am sorry, but I'm gonna ignore it. Oh, we have a guest. You know what? She's here to yell at me over this. She's like, Kayla, they don't match. You can't do that. I'm gonna do it anyway. I also hate this porch. I might change the wood that's on it. I'm sorry, I'm trying to be less negative. I like the porch, but I think I could like it better. So I'm gonna change the wood. Are you gonna help me? Yes? Is that why you're walking back and forth across my desk? You can sit there, that's fine. Perhaps I paint the house yellow? I think that's cute. Obviously the windows have to move. They look terrible. But maybe if we just put the 3 back there, honestly. It looks nice from the bedroom as well. We can keep those there. I might just get myself an extra one in here. And maybe also one more in the kitchen. We can't really afford a lot of wall decor. Like we aren't gonna have a lot of like cabinets or art or anything. So windows are a good way to fill that in. We gotta fill that void somehow. She's been so needy recently. It's just the past few months. She comes and sits here while I'm recording like almost every day. Like, how often has she been in the videos recently? It's kind of cute. Okay, is there perhaps a green swatch of this floor? No, there's not. I don't know why I even asked that. I knew there wasn't. I love the blue, but I'm not sure if it's ugly because I really want to like it. I just don't know if I can. Okay, other couple things. I'm gonna change that dining table. I hate the yellow, always have. I think I'll make it white. Hopefully we can do a little bit of decor. Like I would love to have a little plant on there. I also am not really vibing with the mint on this. I hate to say it, but I might change that. Oh, how nice that the house comes with a fire alarm. I don't usually give my Sims that. That is a luxury. I think I'll do a tile backsplash as well. Oh, we actually saved money doing that. Oh, that's a good tip. Another tip, if you press F5, you can place things on quarter tiles instead of the half tiles like this. I'm gonna quarter tile back that out a little bit from the wall so there's a little bit more space to walk around the table. I really want to get cabinets, but I feel like I can't afford that. You know, like I think that might be a little bit pricey for very little return, but it's so nice. It makes the kitchen look so much more full. I also want a little rug underneath the sink. I don't know what color. It's not good. This house is not good. Okay, I also want to move the couch around. I was thinking about swapping it to be more like this. I wonder if we could size up a rug then. You know what? That might be a pro tip. I did just say that I was gonna do this with EA's restrictions, and this is not that, but you know what? That's fine. That's $290. This is only $235, and it's actually kind of cuter. Maybe we could use that. And then if we got like this instead, we could put the TV on it. Okay, I actually think that's better. I think that makes way more sense in here. Can I try and put this little, okay, you cannot scoot it that close, but I really want to put the trash can in the kitchen instead of just being like in the living room. I also would love to buy some more furniture and change the walls, but I know that I maybe need to tone it down a little bit, so I'm gonna try and be careful. I so badly want this, but it's 725 simoleons, so we just can't. Like, we absolutely cannot do that. We could probably have a simpler one. That's 400, but it's a nice piece of furniture, so it might be worth it. Okay, I'm gonna try and add in a couple extra things into these other rooms. For example, I really want a desk. I think that if we had a desk and a computer, oh, that's like all the money. Oh no. Okay, no dresser. We do desk and computer instead. Oh, forget it. I'm gonna use move objects. I'm sorry. What's the point in doing this dumb EA restrictions thing? Save that for a different video. I want to make sure that I can actually place stuff back here. So none of these houses have trees, I'm noticing. This one's only 70 and it is a giant oak tree. It totally blends in with the neighborhood as well. Like there's loads of them around. I think I might use that in the back. And I'm probably just gonna put a couple of these little flowers around, kind of at the base there. How much was that? Oh, 20, that's fine. That's fine. You know, you can do a lot with terrain paint, so I'm gonna try and do a little bit of that here. I wanna get a little patio space kind of in the front of this little backyard. This is 45, but it's so nice. Should I bother? I really want to. I really want to. I feel like that's the #1 easiest way to improve the look of spaces like this too, is to add in a little bit more landscaping. I really think that having a little bit more stuff outside is gonna go a long way for this house. I'll put the trash can back there. And honestly, we could just do nothing else in the side yard. I mean, I only have 300 simoleons, so I shouldn't anyway, but we could just do nothing else back here. Ooh, that's way too big. Oh, no, 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 no. Okay, I want to put a little bit of terrain paint. I think that's the way to go. It's free. It adds a lot. I mean, that's why the original EA build just had a lot of terrain paint in the backyard, because they couldn't really afford much furniture. They did have money left over, I should clarify. They didn't like spend all of their money on the build, but I think that was on purpose. Kind of like how I left a couple thousand simoleons on purpose. Their goal is to make houses that you can actually play in. You know, like when you start playing in this build, you've got money so that you can decorate it a little bit. You know, they don't want to spend all of your money to make a starter home. That was expensive. Oh, but I want to use it so bad. Okay, 200 simoleons. What can I do? I might get rid of this bookshelf and I'll do a nightstand instead, probably with a really cheap plant on it because I can't do much else. We could probably put this like 60 simoleon bookshelf over there. And you know what else? We can actually get cheaper wallpaper that looks nicer because it's got trim on the top and bottom. Yeah, we can save a lot of money doing that. Look at that. The money is just coming right back. We're really just like scrounging up every last bit we can get, huh? It's kind of bad. Okay, I want to give a little bit more style to this kids' room too, hopefully. I don't know by doing what, but I'd like to get a little bit more going on in here. We can hopefully get some cheap toys. Like this dollhouse is only 170. We could put a couple of toys on it. Oh, that's so cute. We only have 69 simoleons left though. So that's not good. Where can I scrounge up some extra? This wallpaper is expensive, right? 12? Oh, never mind. This one's 2. See, that saved me 100 simoleons. Oh my god. I was trying to use like some different tile that I don't normally use because I know I always do this one, but like I just got 148 simoleons back by changing that. I think that was worth it. You know what? This is kind of an expensive wood floor too. I love how it looks, but oh my gosh, hundreds of simoleons back. Yeah, I think we should do that. I think we should get rid of it. I'll give this Blarfy maybe. It is a cute little room though. You gotta admit, it's kind of nice. Maybe I'll put Blarfy in the corner over here with the toys. Can I afford any posters? These little chalk drawings are kind of cheap. It's only 40. Is that random? It's a little bit random. Maybe I won't do that. Can we get like a mirror, like a floor to ceiling mirror? 205? 135? There's no dresser in there, but I think that's too expensive. These ones are actually quite cheap, so maybe I could use these. All right, we've got 307. Let's see about any extra decorations we can add in, like plants, places, perhaps very small amounts of wall art. Oh, what about a coat rack? 150? Oh my god. This one's only 85. That's better. I think that's a kind of nice furniture piece. I've got 132. Maybe I should stop and like try and do a little bit of landscaping. Luckily, we can size up some of these bushes and it'll hopefully fill in some of the space. It's a little bit sad looking, but that's okay. Maybe if I got a rock, that's only 20 simoleons. That's a nice touch, right? And we put terrain paint. That'll help fill it in. In fact, terrain paint underneath the entire house would be good. Okay, we put a light, we put some landscaping, we got some stuff in the yard, bookshelf, TV, we have a computer, kid has some toys, actually a lot of toys, which is kind of nice. There's even a plant on the table. That's lovely. That's a great touch. We don't have a dresser in this bedroom, which is kind of sad, but I don't really know if we can fit one. We also probably, oh yeah, we definitely can't afford one. Never mind. We can only afford this one. I think I'll pass. Maybe a plant. Can I get a mirror? This one's only 70. That's nice. Oh, and it matches. Oh, that actually helps a lot, I think. All right, we got 66 simoleons left. How much do the benches cost? Oh, never mind. 150? Maybe like some kitchen decor? I guess we can get paper towels for 30. That is such a waste. It's so small. Such a like little tiny detail. I'm like, oh, let's get some paper towels. Yeah, spend all the rest of your money on that. Great idea. Okay, but actually though, it might be kind of nice to have some decor in the kitchen. So maybe I will do that and then we can call it. I feel like this house is significantly improved. And look, it's still only worth like 15,000. That's not even that bad. It looks like an EA build. It certainly does, but there's a little bit more going on. There's more life to it. I think with that, I'll stick it on the gallery. I'll call it Crick Cabana Update. That way you can hopefully find it and download it. It's also still base game and still pretty cheap. So if you want to play in this house, but you maybe want it to be a little bit ever so slightly improved. This is a good version to download. While that is uploading, I wanted to tell you all a little bit about my St. Jude charity event starting this weekend, and it uploaded and didn't even glitch. That's a positive. Let me save the game quickly too. But every year in the month of May, for the entire month of May, I do a huge fundraiser on Twitch for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Last year we raised $320,000 on just my channel in just May. And I have a lot of really fun streams planned for this month. I'm gonna leave my game on pause for 24 hours. We're gonna play crowd control Minecraft. We've got one where I'm gonna have your donations control my build. Like if you donate a certain amount, you can bulldoze my lot and stuff. We did it last year and it was a disaster. I could barely get through the build at all because it just kept getting bulldozed. But it is a lot of fun and hopefully we can raise a lot of money for charity. So I'm gonna link the donation page, but also my Twitch channel down below. We haven't started yet. It starts on Sunday on May 1st, but I just wanted to warn you and make sure you knew what was going on in case you wanted to pop in and watch the streams. But it's happening every day for the entire month of May on twitch.tv/lilsimsie. So if you want to pop in, like I said, I've got it all linked for you. Please do not feel like you have to donate, but if you want to, I've got that linked for you as well. And with that being said, I'll stop like talking in your ear about stuff like this. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you like builds like this, I do a ton of building on my channel. I've got a really fun build coming tomorrow actually. So feel free to subscribe so you can see more of that, and I'll catch you all tomorrow. Bye everybody. I may or may not have a cardboard cutout of Rick Astley that is going to be coming out for the month of May and sitting behind me. So I just want to warn you in advance, okay? If you see a scary man standing behind me in the videos, it's probably just Rick.